Dr. Deepak Sarin with us. Sir, welcome to the Health Site.
Thank you.
So, sir, to start with, you're the Director, Head and Neck Oncology Cancer Institute and in Medanta Hospital.
That's correct.
Yes, sir. So, sir, my first question to you is that, sir, what are the symptoms of head and neck cancer?
When we refer to head and neck cancer, it's actually a group of cancers that come under it. The most common one that we see in India is mouth cancer or oral cancer. But head and neck cancer also includes cancers that happen in the throat or lower down in our voice box or in our food pipe. So depending on where the cancer originates, it will cause different symptoms. So other than this, you can get many other symptoms. You could get, when the cancer grows bigger, yes, pain does happen. You could have difficulty in eating, difficulty in swallowing. You could have unexplained bleeding from the mouth. People who wear dentures may sometimes find the dentures don't fit very well because the tumor on the gums will not let the denture sit properly. And finally, when the cancer spreads into the neck, we develop what are called lymph nodes or lumps in the neck. So some people actually present to the doctor saying, I have a swelling or a lump in my neck, which I've noticed since a couple of weeks.
All right,
These
sir.
primarily sum up what we see as the common presentations for head and neck cancer.
Okay, sir. So followed by this, my second question is, what are the main types of this kind of cancer?
So the most common one that we see in our country and around the world is mouth cancer, which is a cancer that originates in our mouth. We know it's associated with smoking, tobacco chewing, alcohol, and other risk factors. There are other cancers, if we go further down, that come under head neck, like a throat cancer or what we call pharyngeal cancer. Lower down, further down in the neck, you can get voice box cancer, which originates in our larynx, or upper food pipe cancer. So essentially, the upper passages that we have, what we call the aerodigestive or the breathing, eating passages from mouth to throat to voice box to food pipe. These are the major types of head and neck cancers that we see.
All right, sir. So, can this kind of cancer be spread to other body parts also?
Yes, it can. So, head and neck cancers can spread in three ways. They can grow locally, which means they can grow within the organ where they originate. So, in the mouth, they can enlarge and invade the jaw, invade the skin, invade the tongue. It basically invades local structures. Then there are two channels by which they spread. One can think of them as highways or roadways. The first are lymphatics. So if cancer cells spread in lymphatics, they go and deposit in lymph nodes. These are little lumps that we have in our neck. Everybody has them and they are part of our immune system. So cancers can spread through lymphatics, deposit in a lymph node, and then grow in a lymph node. That is what I said presents as a lump in the neck. The second channel through which they can spread is the bloodstream. So cancer cells can invade into our bloodstream and flow along with our blood and go and deposit in other organs. The commonest organ where these cancer cells go and deposit are the lungs. So they can spread to other body parts, lung, bone, and liver. They're the three common sites involved by spread via the bloodstream.
All right, sir. And sir, what are the biggest risk factors involved in head and neck cancer?
The two primary factors are tobacco and alcohol. And tobacco in any form. In the Western world, it's mostly smoking, cigars, pipes. In India, we have a wide belt of usage of chewed tobacco. We know gutka, pan, supari, tambaku, masala. It goes by so many names. So in India, chewed tobacco is a major cause, and that's why we see a lot of mouth cancer because of the very high prevalence of chewed tobacco. So other than tobacco, alcohol consumption also puts us at risk for developing these cancers. And if there is tobacco use and alcohol together in the same person, then the effect is multiplicated. It's a bit like if you think ek aur ek do nahi hote, ek aur ek 11 ban jate. And lastly, there is a new etiological agent that is more prevalent in the West now. That's HPV virus related throat cancer. So HPV or human papilloma virus is a sexually transmitted virus. It gets transmitted by unsafe oral sex. and this virus can go deposit in our throat, and out there it can develop or cause malignant or cancerous changes in cells in our throat, and you can develop throat cancer. In the West, this has become a very prevalent form of head neck cancer. This is still relatively rare in our country, but we're all expecting, given years, this will also become a major cause for head and neck cancers.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sarin, for connecting with us and sharing some really useful knowledge about head and neck cancer. Thank you so much, doctor.
My pleasure. Thank you.